Well, hello everyone. It is Thursday, March 10th, 2016. Currently 11:48 in the morning. I'm getting a really late start to my day today, but I feel great about it. My sleep was awesome. Thursdays is always one of my favorite days of the week because Stephanie and I go to lunch each Thursday. We talk about life, business, family, all kinds of stuff. I had fully intended on getting up early this morning, but I chose not to because when I woke up, I was kind of in and out of a dream. I don't know if I'll explain this well, but this dream when I woke up kind of got me to thinking about the next steps in my business. The things that I might need to do or want to do for the next season of my life. It was really weird. As I was laying in bed, halfway awake, just came out of this dream, I started to think about some of the things that I've been saying that I was going to do. It's crazy for me to dream about some of the things that I'm dreaming about, but at the same time it shouldn't be. But being very transparent and authentic with you guys, some of the things that I want to do next scare me a lot. I mean, it's pretty freaky and way out of my comfort zone. So far, there's been something that's been holding me back, or maybe few things that have been holding me back from just plunging into these new things. I believe that some of it might be expanding my mindset of who I am and what value I add to this world. But then some of it, I believe, is keeping myself in check and making sure that I'm not just doing what I feel like I want to do as some kind of unspoken need to feel significant or important in this world, because I believe I am significant and I am important, even if I don't do these things. Okay, I say that I believe that, but I don't know how to explain this. Do I know it in my head but not in my heart, or do I know it in my heart but not in my head? Somewhere, something's not completely connected yet. And I'm okay with that, I believe. I think what I'm about ready to go through is a process, and it's one that's not going to happen overnight or over the next week or even the next month. But something interesting came up in my mastermind group call yesterday when I was in the hot seat. My friend Ray asked me a very important question yesterday. He said, "Hey Cliff, do you notice that every time you talk about this future vision of who you are and what you believe that you'll be doing, you always say that it's 10 to 15 years down the road. Do you think that it could possibly happen sooner, but it won't because you keep telling yourself it's 10 to 15 years down the road?" Anyway, Stephanie's coming down and we're getting ready to head to lunch. Isn't she looking spectacular? Hey, babe. So we're gonna go to lunch. I'll probably continue some of these thoughts a little bit later in the evening, but we've got other things we gotta do right now, so talk to you later. It's about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Stephanie and I had an amazing lunch at Chili's. I had salmon for lunch today. And while we were spending time together, we decided that we would record Family from the Heart later this evening. That means that now I'm going to either record my next episode of the Cliff Ravenscraft show or jump into my email inbox and get to inbox 0. I think what I'd rather do is go ahead and record that next episode of the Cliff Ravenscraft show so that it's ready to go at 5 a.m. tomorrow and I can get it out of the way. Of course, I realize how bad that sounds, get it out of the way. And I don't mean it like that at all. I think what I meant by that is that this will be the first episode since the Cliff Ravenscraft show took over the podcast Answer Man feed. I know that last week was the official first episode, but it was mostly explaining why I was doing what I'm doing. And there are a lot of people who are subscribed to the podcast that aren't quite sure what this rebranding means to the future of this podcast. I am feeling a little bit of pressure to perform well as far as content and quality of this episode. The reality is that it's my desire to always feel this pressure to create great content that people will love. But what's different about this is that there have been people who have subscribed to the podcast Answer Man for nearly 10 years now. And some of them will decide because of this episode whether or not they're gonna stay subscribed to the Cliff Ravenscraft show for the next 10 years. It's currently 2:04 p.m. right now, and I'm going to start pre-show preparation. It's my desire to give you guys a real, authentic glimpse into my days through this vlog. It's currently 2:24 p.m., which means for the last 20 minutes, I actually was working on my email inbox. I am excited that I am at email inbox 0, but I just wanted to let you know that now at 2:25, I'm just now starting my show prep for episode 440 of the Cliff Ravenscraft show, and I do have a Google Doc blank, open, ready to go right in front of me. It is now 4:10 p.m. and I haven't been working on the show prep this entire time. I had some other things come up. My son came down to tell me that the family internet connection was not working in the house, so I had to fix that for him. Because I work from home and I have an internet-based business, I do have two different internet connections here. I have one with the cable company, and I also have one with the telephone company, fiber internet. So cable and fiber both here in the house. If you're interested, I'll take you back here and show you my server room for the house. This right here is our home security system, which has got redundant backups even with cellular signals. And this setup here shows the wiring that goes through all the different places in our home. Then I can open up my server cabinet and show you what's inside of here. We have two different data switches, one's for the business network and one for the home network. And then I have a business router with our Hue lighting system and Sonos main platform system there. On the left here I have my fiber internet modem / router, and then the router for the security system. And then below that I have the router for our cable internet access and also a power backup on top of another power backup. This is how I make sure that our business and our family always has internet access. And the cool thing is that if one goes down, I can always bring the home network over to the business network or vice versa. If you want to see something really crazy, I'll open up the back of the cabinet and show you what it looks like back there. Let's see if I can pull this thing open. And there it is. It goes down like this. And there's the back of it. Believe it or not, I know exactly where every single one of those cables go and what they do, and yeah, it works out pretty nice. Once I got that up and running for Matthew, I remembered, hey, while you're down here, it's legs and shoulders strength training day for you. I helped him do about 25 minutes of strength training, and then we noticed that the cable internet was back, so I switched that back over. But now I think I have enough show prep done to go ahead and start recording this next episode of the Cliff Ravenscraft Show, which I'm going to do right now.
Hey everybody, this is Gary Vay, Nerdchuck, and you're listening to the podcast Answer Man.
Well, hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the Cliff Ravenscraft Show. My name is Cliff Ravenscraft, the podcast Answer Man, and this, my friends, is the podcast. It is now 5:38 p.m. I just finished recording episode 440. Now I need to edit it. It is now 7:40 p.m. and I took what was originally a 1 hour and 10 minute episode and I edited it down to 40 minutes and 30 seconds. It is now 8:15 p.m. and I took a break from doing the show notes because my wife wanted me to come to the store and get some Honey Nut Cheerios. It is now 9:30 p.m. and I'm happy to say that episode 440 of the Cliff Ravenscraft Show is scheduled to be released tomorrow morning. I had somebody ask me on Snapchat, what software do I use to do my online courses? And I talk about that in this podcast episode. I also shared a few valuable Snapchat tips and also talk about the idea of being approachable. If any of that sounds interesting to you, please find your favorite podcasting app and do a search for The Cliff Ravenscraft Show. I'm gonna go ahead and call it a night here in the office. I'm gonna go put my workout clothes on. I've got 45 minutes of cardio to do this evening. Well, my friends, it is now 11 p.m. and I ended up spending 1 hour on the elliptical and I feel amazing. It is now 11:15 p.m. and I know that this morning I kind of left you hanging with the idea mid-sentence of thinking about the future. My goal, however, is to always keep these daily vlog updates between 6 to 8 minutes in length, and tonight's already over that. I also have to go ahead and pull this vlog entry off of Snapchat, edit it, and publish it. The things that I was about ready to share this morning, this is stuff that's been on my mind and my heart for a very long time. So for those of you who consistently follow me on Snapchat on a day-by-day basis, or for those of you who are subscribed to this vlog via YouTube over at cliffeotc.com, or if you are subscribed to the Cliff EOTC vlog in iTunes or your favorite podcast directory, as a video podcast, I can assure you that what got started this morning will certainly be coming up again, because it always does in my mind. But for now, I'm going to sign off and say until next time, I encourage you to take everything you do in life to the next level.